Ready for a savings tip that maybe you've never tried before? That's always a good thing. Back in a minute. Hey, this is Jan from New York City. My channel name is Jan from New York City. Saves money. I love, love, love helping people to keep more of their hard earned money. How's everybody doing today? Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate every single one of you. I'm going to get right to the point. This may be a short video, and that's totally okay. There is a method that I believe is fail proof, like totally fail proof. But there is one key element, and it's about a way to save money. Now, here's what you might consider to do with this savings challenge. Okay. I don't know why I'm calling it a challenge. Really is not a challenge. It's more about really getting to know your financials. Some people don't even like to look at a piece of paper and write down a budget at all, like zero. But here's what I'm going to suggest. It is just a suggestion, and that's it. For 31 days, an entire month, a brand new month, start this like at the beginning of next month. I want you to make absolutely zero change in your normal behavior of your spending. The only thing that I ask is that you write down every single expense. Now, if you're always paying with a debit or a credit card, you already have sort of a list. If you're doing it, you have to track your cash. Okay. So there are ways you could do it with an app. There are ways you could do it just manually. At the end of the day, you need to be absolutely honest with yourself. I mean, lying to yourself is what? Self-defeating. So if you're honest with yourself, it's always a better thing. Why am I asking you to do that? Now, here's the challenge part. Suppose that at the end of that month, the next month when you try it, you are in total shock, like literally shock about your natural money spending habits. Like, whoa. And the only person that, like I said, you're being dishonest to if you don't indicate something. I mean, you might tend to forget. That happens. But we allow for that. But as much as humanly possible, even if you have to take an old-fashioned memo pad, remember those? Or just type it in somewhere on one of your screens, on your phone, and save the number. Add up every single penny at the end of the month and be honest with yourself and look at that number. If you're okay with the number, and hey, great, congratulations. And that may very well be probable or possible. After all, you are probably frugal and you're watching frugal channels like this, for example. But sometimes we just slip up. We just get so busy. We do mindless things. We just charge away or spend away. Or maybe you're new to frugality, or maybe you just want to start from scratch all over again. This is a great way to do it. Analyze what your actual outgoing expenses are. I'm not talking about your bills, I'm not talking about your utilities. I'm talking about the everyday nitpick choosing expenses like the $3 coffees, the $7 lunches. You see where I'm going with this, the takeout at dinner time. Write it down. I'm not saying alter anything. Just live your life the way you normally would and give yourself an honest answer. Here's the trick part and the savings part. So let's say that you're not happy with those numbers and you want to fix things. Now, you kind of know the methods and you have a ton of resources on many other channels, and of course on here too, of what to do to cut back. The challenge part is say to yourself, I'm going to reduce this by 50%. I am not going to, like, let's say that you overspent on useless or fixable items, if you will, things you really don't need, total wants. Let's say that you spent $500 last month on those wants. Trick part, savings part. Immediately at the beginning of the next month, after you've calculated, take out $250 and put it away. Not to be touched. Put it away. Put it in the bank, let it get transferred, whatever. You are not to touch it. You are going to figure out a way to live on for those wants at half price than you did the month before. That is an immediate savings. I think the problem today is that many people are just not keeping track of their cash. And it's just a simple method. Live your life as regularly as possible, with the exception of writing down every expense that is not a utility bill or your regular bills or your rent or your mortgage. Not that. Not bills. Daily choosing expenses like the kind I outlined earlier. You don't like what you see? Remove half of that number the beginning of the next month or when you get paid. Put it away, put it in the bank. You are not to touch it. You have to put that away. Live on half of it and recognize if you buy 7 times a week coffee outside, I don't know why you don't choose to do what I do. 10 cents instant. You don't like instant? Make it perked. It's still percolated. It's still cheaper than outside coffee. Okay? It's still cheaper. Instead of 7, wean yourself down. Not drastically stop it if you can't stand the idea of never, having your coffee outside. Instead of 7, get 3. You see where I'm going with this. A daily bag of potato chips at $2 a little bag. Why can't you buy a big bag of potato chips? Get some of those old, like those little sandwich, whatever you call those baggy Ziploc, whatever you call that. Fill them up for your individual bags. It's a lot cheaper that way. You will find a way, and you will be happily, and I mean happily, surprised. See my water? I got this water. I got this water at a discount. And I also accumulate some water for heaven forbid there's an emergency, because in life, emergencies happen, okay? But if you're really, really, really frugal, you could go to those other frugal channels, and they're smart to suggest it, to take like your old soda bottles and fill them up with regular water for whatever the reason. There are ways, and there are ways. I'm not going to buy this. For example, I'm not going to go to a convenience store and spend $2 or $3 on one of these. And I have seen that price. I have seen that price in local little convenience stores, about $2 for a $1 bottle. So, just saying. And actually, I get this on sale to cuts down to about like 50 to 70 cents. Whatever the price is, it's way cheaper. Just saying. Find those ways and work with it. There really is no excuse. 5 days out to lunch, $7 a lunch, $35 to $40 a week just on outside lunch. Well, you're not giving it up entirely. Can you go half on that? $20, instead? So that's just the rule. It's just like the simple rule of thumb there. Take that number, take half of that number out, immediately save that number, put it away at the beginning of the following month, work with what's left, and you will be happily surprised. There you go. All right, there you go. There is something I'd like for you to do. I really, really would. Back in a minute. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Take good care now. Bye-bye.